Hey guys, Brian Geize from the Scott Insurance Agency here. I'm back with Brian Sweet from Freedom Restoration and Roofing. Want to talk a second about storm chasers. Brian, I was at home one day. Somebody came up and knocked on my door. We had storms in the area. The guy says, hey, we're out here just doing free estimates. And so I'm an insurance agent, right? So I thought I'd screw with him a little, all right? So I said, well, I'm just curious, are you guys insured? Whew, this guy was prepared. He said, yes, we are. Reached down, bang, got out a certificate of insurance. I was actually super impressed, all right?
Yeah.
And he handed it to me. And I know I'm getting insurance-y, but in the lower left-hand corner where it's supposed to be the certificate holder was completely blank, all right?
Yes.
So I did bounce him a little bit. I said, son, you're not supposed to do this. This is actually illegal. While I don't know that a homeowner is going to slap your hand, we can't do that. But from your experience, how far and wide have you seen storm chasers come into a neighborhood to try to get business?
All right. So, for example, here in my hometown of Warrenton, on March 27th, 2020, got hit with a massive hailstorm.
Right on.
Baseball-sized hail.
Yeah.
The country knew about this hailstorm, and especially in the roofing world. Most roofers knew about this storm before it even hit Warrenton. They were tracking this thing. On the 28th, we went out to start serving our local customers here, providing them with tarpings and whatever needed to be done to protect their home. And by noon that day, there was Texas license plates,
Wow.
Kansas license plates, Arkansas, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Iowa. I mean, they just crawl out of the woodwork. Every
amazing.
single guy from 600, 800 miles was here to try to capitalize on just two neighborhoods within Warrenton.
You bet. And so I'm going to share a story on that. I have a insurance customer that does business with me. Yay me. That's the reason why I'm successful, is because people do business with me,
Yeah,
Brian,
absolutely.
believe it or not. But this gentleman said, Brian, I'm going to buy insurance from you. He says, number one, because you seem like an okay guy. He says, number two, the product that you're working with me on will do what I need it to do. And I'm going to have to amend this last part that he told me, but he told me, if I need to put a boot up your rear, I know where to find you. And guys, I think that's super duper important, because what I am not telling you that all storm chasers are bad, all right? Because when you look at me, I'm going to say, yay capitalism. That's a beautiful thing. I think it's what makes our country work, all right? But what I am going to say is, if I cannot get in touch with that person, or the only way I can get in touch with that person is on a phone call and they're 600 miles away, it causes some problems,
It absolutely causes problems. What we feel like makes us so great is that we are a phone call away, and we are 30 minutes away from being to your home.
Right.
If anything happens, customer service is of the utmost importance to us. We're not perfect. We have the ability to make mistakes just like anybody else. But we want to correct those mistakes if they are made, and we want to do it as quickly as we possibly can. Right
on. And then Freedom Restoration and Roofing, as a company, tomorrow I could say I want to become a roofer, and I can go get insurance, and I can create a limited liability corporation. But tell me about some of the certifications you guys have with Owens Corning and those types of things that really separate your layers of education and expertise.
So for us, constantly educating ourselves on the products, the process, making sure that we're up to snuff with what our manufacturer that we choose. We love Owens Corning products. We're not married to Owens Corning or have to use their products, but we trust their products because they are truly the best product in the industry. So instead of just installing their products, we go to the manufacturer and we say, tell us exactly how you want us to install this so that our homeowner can get the exact warranty that it is written on the package that they should get standard. So within that, since we've gone through all of this training and that we know how to install these to a T the way that they want it done, they're willing to back our work now for 25 years.
Right on.
And back their product that we install for 50 years. And you can transfer that to the next homeowner. That's an unheard of warranty when it comes to roofing in the Midwest.
Right. So when we talk about storm chasers, when we talk about expertise, I can tell you the number one reason why a claim is denied on a roof in the insurance industry is because of faulty workmanship. Workmanship defects is what they call it. So I want the backing, I want the education, I want the warranty, I want the guarantees. So yes, I just slapped storm chasers a little bit. And I do want you to do business locally. But hopefully with this type of discussion that you're having with me and Brian, we're going to give you a few pieces of the puzzle. You know, you ask for a certificate of insurance. It's a physical piece of paper that shows who their insurance company is and things like that. I would encourage you to send that to me and say, hey, are these guys okay? I'll help you with that. Doing business locally, you can get a hold of, you can go visit the individuals just like I'm doing today, and I think that's huge. So the concept is simple. Do business locally whenever possible. Use experienced certified contractors just like Freedom Restoration and Roofing. These guys are not the only roofer that I insure. I am not the only insurance agent that they work with, okay? But getting this type of knowledge out to you, my clients, I think is important, because sometimes when that knock on the door comes and it is somebody there and you're like, boy, the storm was horrible last night. Go ahead and take a look at that. There are things that can happen. That person can say, I saw some issues. Can you please sign this piece of paper? Guys, I want you to press the pause button before you sign anything. You've got to read that documentation, because a lot of times you just signed a contract that if you break, you decide to go with someone local or something like that, there can be consequences. So the devil's in the details. I'm pleased to have Brian and Freedom Restoration and Roofing as one of my resources to go to. Brian, hit him with your phone number real quick.
Phone number is 1-800-833-0423.
Guys, I'm Brian Geize from the Scott Agency, 636-456-8633. Thank you.